it's going to be a reading vlog also, but first we're going to talk about the reading rush, the stay-at-home reading rush, which is happening from the 16th through the 19th. It's like a mini one that isn't going to replace the summer one, but it's just a little thing that Ariel Bassett decided to do for us while we're all in quarantine. Anyway, so I'm gonna do the book tag because it also came with the book tag first. And the first question of the book tag is, how is your reading going while staying at home? It's okay, I guess. It's going okay. I feel like I'm making my monthly goals. I am planning on reading 3 books within the next 3 days, so that will bring me past my monthly goal. So we'll see. If I keep looking down, my baby's in my lap, so that's one of the reasons. Okay. Where have I been reading at home? I read a lot either on my dining table or in bed while I'm feeding my baby. Like, I'll feed him on my while I'm laying down, and I'll read on like my phone or my Kindle. But I also read on the dining table or here in the sitting room. Okay, next question is best book I've read during isolation. I think it counts. I'm pretty sure it counts. I think we were already in isolation when I started reading it. Give me one second. It like when I went on like self-isolation, so I'm gonna count it because it's probably one of my favorite books I've read this year so far. The next question is, what's your favorite feel-good book? I think I would go either with any of the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, because I love those. As silly as it may be now, but Twilight is one of my favorite books. I have read that book over 10 times easily. Yeah, so book you wished you could buy or borrow from the library. Okay, so this one is actually, I was just thinking about it too. It's more of like a genre of books. I wish I borrowed more graphic novels before the libraries all closed, because they're so much easier to read, and I feel like you get that instant kind of gratification of reading them quickly and finishing a book while, you know, not spending loads of time on it. But yeah, I did it. And I wish I did. Anyway, out during this time, I follow a few authors on like Bookstagram and stuff like that. Jennifer L. Armentrout is a good one to shout out, but I think I really enjoy looking at Colleen Hoover's posts on Instagram too, because they're funny. So Colleen Hoover gets a shout out. Okay, so what is my reading rush TBR? So what I plan to read, I have 2 books that cover the 4 different reading challenges, and then a book or 2 that I'm just reading because I want to read them, and also because I'm still doing my owls and your girl's struggling with that. Anyway, so the first book is Sweet Unrest by Lisa Maxwell. This one covers a book with a house on the cover, because there's a house, like you can barely see it, but there's a house in there, and a book set somewhere that you wish you could go, because it's set in New Orleans, and that's one of the places that I so badly want to go and visit. The next pick is Icoti by Lorena Alvarez, and this one is going to cover a book read in the same room the whole time, and a book that'll make you smile, because it is like a tiny itty bitty little or it's big, but it's a graphic novel, and it looks super adorable, and it's gonna be fast, so I can just bang it all in one sitting in the same room, like right now if I wanted to, which I could do because then I'll have one book done, you know, on the first day. So some of the extra books that I want to read this week and this weekend, the first one is The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. I'm buddy reading this with my mom, and we're gonna annotate it. So she's already started, but I am so stoked to read this. I watched another book that I planned on reading, or at least one book that I'm planning on listening to, because I'm listening to it right now, is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. She's a little bit cheesy, a little bit cringy, but we're just gonna go with it. Another one that I could read that would cover the same owl, because I'm for my charms owls, is Heart of the Dragon by Gina Showalter. But yeah, so either one of those I want to actually finish this weekend too, so I can get my owls on the way as well. So I'm gonna go and possibly read, possibly feed the baby, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna close out. So I'm gonna close out day one of the Reading Rush Stay at Home edition. I did finish Hikoti, like in the clip that you saw. So yeah, so one book down, and I already started on The Immortalist. I'm not that far in, but I did section off every 50 pages because I am going to be annotating this one, and I still need to start Sweet Unrest, but I also sectioned off every 50 pages just to give me like some benchmarks to hit, maybe to motivate me to read quicker. But I'm going to end today here. I'm gonna go and edit this part of the reading rush and upload it so it's up tomorrow. Yes. So have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.